2 ways Caitlin Clark can step toward winning MVP in 2025. Will Caitlin Clark win the MVP in 2025? Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark won the WNBA Rookie of the Year award in 2024. Clark also finished fourth in WNBA MVP voting. Although Clark was unable to upset A'ja Wilson in the MVP race, as Wilson won the award, perhaps the Fever guard can take a step toward winning it in 2025. Clark, 22, still has room to improve in her game. It goes without saying, but leading the Fever to one of the best records in the WNBA in 2025 would help her MVP chances. However, there are 2 specific areas of Clark's game that will go a long way toward determining how she fares during the 2025 campaign. Clark had a strong 2024 season without question. Turnovers, though, were problematic. In fact, Clark's 5.6 turnovers per outing was the highest mark in the WNBA by a significant margin. Alyssa Thomas' 3.6 turnovers per game was the second highest mark. It needs to be remembered that Clark dealt with intense defensive pressure at the guard position. Some of the turnovers were not necessarily her fault. Still, the harsh reality is that Clark's turnovers were costly for the Fever in 2024. If Clark can find a way to contain mistakes, Indiana will receive a pivotal boost. Clark's teammates also need to help make life easier for her, but the responsibility still falls on the Fever guard. Star players are held to a high standard, and Clark unquestionably established herself as a star this past season. Caitlin Clark averaged 19.2 points per game during the 2024 season. She was inefficient at times, though. The Fever star ultimately recorded a field goal mark of 41.7% and three-point mark of 34.4%. Her shooting statistics were not terrible, but Clark features the potential to be much more efficient with her shot. Again, and this cannot be stressed enough, but Clark dealt with no shortage of defensive attention. Opposing defenses prepared their game plans around containing Clark. As a result, she did not have many open looks. Nevertheless, Clark should be able to develop more consistency as she adjusts to playing in the WNBA. Many young players struggle to find their groove in their rookie seasons. Clark played better than most rookies, but she can still certainly improve. If Caitlin Clark limits her turnovers and shoots at a more efficient rate, she will likely have a legitimate argument for the 2025 WNBA MVP award.